Hiya. So a few of you are asking me what type of equipment I'm using to shoot YouTube videos, mainly on my Prophet Copilot channel. So what I thought I'd do is just show you behind the scenes of how I do it, the stuff I use, and maybe it's going to help you out, or at least show you actually how easy it is to do if you want to get started with video. So right now I'm using the camera that I usually use, which is actually just a smartphone. Today I'm using an iPhone XS, which is 10s, something like that, and it works really well. I'm actually using it in selfie mode at the moment, so if you have a smartphone, you can get started. But what I really want to show you is actually the setup. So let's go over here and sit on the creaky chair. So let me show you something. I'm gonna try and flip this around. I don't think I can actually flip it while recording. Oh well, so let me show you something. That is called a Blue Yeti. That's the microphone. So out of the most important things you're gonna buy, this is it. You want a good microphone. Now, people are gonna tolerate pretty lousy video quality, but they won't tolerate lousy audio. So you got to factor that in. When it comes to lighting, you probably just want to use natural light. Sit next to a window. Creaky chair again. There we go. So sit next to a window. Make sure that the light is actually shining on your face. If you can't do that, then I recommend getting something like this. Let me show you. Hopefully you can see that. That is an LED light. Let me show you around the back so you can see that. So we can turn up the brightness, turn it down, all that good stuff. And it's just that simple. So we have lighting, we have audio, we have video. Chances are you probably already have everything you need to get up and running with a YouTube channel, or at least start creating some form of video content, because as you probably know, when it comes to creating content for the internet, video is absolutely where it is. If you're not creating video content at the moment, you're gonna suffer in the future, I think. So video is just like, it's starting to really dominate everything. It's the preferred medium that most people want to consume content through. And not only that, when it comes to actual search engines, because YouTube is owned by Google, that in itself is a search engine. It's actually the second biggest search engine on the planet. So you have to have your content ranked on that as well, right? Why would you ignore a search engine, the second biggest search engine on the planet? You wouldn't, right? It just happens to be a video search engine. That's how you have to look at it. So when it comes to creating your videos, you have to think about the keywords you use, just like you would with a blog or any other piece of content. Because think about it, right? Just like a blog, we want to get that content ranked in Google. Obviously, we want it on the front page if possible. So we have to target keywords that we know people are searching for. To do that, we use keyword research tools. So something like the Google Keyword Planner tool, that's going to show you the exact search volume, or SEMrush, Ahrefs, something like that. It's going to show you the exact search volume, the exact number of people searching every month for that specific key phrase. So we have to make sure that it's got a decent search volume of at least 1,000 people a month, but not too many, because the higher the amount of people searching for a key phrase, the higher the competition. So we want to target something called long tail keywords. So these are keywords made up of 3 to 5, sometimes even 7 words. So it's like a long key phrase instead of a short tail key phrase, which is just 1 or 2 words long. So we want to target long key phrases because the competition is less, even though the search volume is less. That's actually a good thing in this instance. So we approach it in exactly the same way we would with a blog. It just happens to be video. And then we have to optimize that video. The ways that I optimize my videos, I start with the actual file name. So if it's a video, it's MP4. So let's say I'm talking about keyword research. I will call that something like keyword research ideas. And that will be my long tail keyword that I'm targeting. So I'll call the file name that key phrase and then save it as a .mp4. Upload that and then I make a thumbnail. Guess what the thumbnail file is going to be called? It's a JPEG, right? So I'm going to call that the exact same key phrase. So keyword ideas.jpg, and that becomes the actual thumbnail that the search engine, YouTube search engine, can see. So it tells, doing both of these two things, it tells the search engine what the content is about, under what keywords it should rank this piece of content for. Then the next important thing is actual title. So when it comes to YouTube, you want to make sure that you have the long tail keywords in the title as well, but you want to make it appeal to humans as well. So you want people to actually click on it. The best way of doing that is probably to inject a little bit of curiosity into it, have some kind of emotional trigger, so people feel compelled to hit that headline or that title, and make them click. And then you also have to add relevant tags. That's quite important. If you have a look for a free Chrome extension called vidIQ, that's going to show you what other people are doing in terms of tagging. So you can have a look at what the popular videos that rank for content rank for keywords you're trying to target. You can see what they're doing. Another one is TubeBuddy, I think it's called. That's pretty good as well. I might have to double check that, but I've got both installed on Chrome. So if I'm doing some pretty intensive research, I'll run both and then have a look at what other people are doing in my space, and then that will give me tag ideas to use. Another one to be aware of is the actual description, so you need your keywords in there as well. Wouldn't worry too much about keyword density. I think Google and YouTube tends to care less about that now, but you certainly do need those keywords in the description anyway. And what you want to do is make sure that people stay on YouTube for as long as possible. So link out to other YouTube videos. It's even better if they're your own YouTube videos. If not, don't worry. Just link to other relevant YouTube videos. Keep people on your channel or at least on YouTube for as long as possible. And then when it comes to the actual video content itself, straight away, as soon as someone hits that play button, what you want to do is have something called a pattern interrupt. So have something a little bit unexpected. So if your videos are usually you sat there at a desk or whatever, switch it up a little bit. Do something unexpected, so that kind of resets their attention. They're like, oh, not expecting this, and it hooks them in, and it increases something called watch time. And you have to have a decent level of watch time. So what that means is, well, it's the amount of time people watch your video. So the more time they spend watching your video, the better it is for you. What else do we need to be aware of? Well, engagement is really important. So ask people to respond to your videos. Ask them to comment. Ask them to like it. Ask them to dislike it, because what people don't realize is dislikes also count as engagement. So YouTube doesn't really tell the difference between a like or a dislike. It sees them both as equal. It's all engagement. So if you're going around YouTube and you're hitting dislike on videos you don't like, what you're actually doing is helping the algorithm. You're helping that channel because you're giving engagement, and that's what YouTube wants to see. It doesn't care if it's positive or negative engagement. It just wants to see that. The worst thing you can do to a channel, if you really don't like the channel, is ignore it. It's to not dislike, not engage with it in any shape or form. And when you do that, that tells the algorithm that the content wasn't good enough to provoke a reaction from you. So that's a few basic things to be aware of with YouTube. If you like this, give it a like or a dislike, and subscribe to the channel too to get more videos like this. Take care.